proud sponsor of New Zealand Rugby League.
You may think that this is what is new fruit juice, and to be fair, it is clear, natural fruit juice, but it's not all there is. This is what is new fruit in natural clear juice with no added sugar. Now you can enjoy the natural fresh fruit taste of what is Golden Queen peaches, Bartlett pears or superb fruit salad in what is new fruit in natural clear juice. So for that delicious, natural, fresh fruit taste, the choice is now absolutely clear. What is means good food.
Cleopatra, a new soap, sumptuous as a cream, sensual as a perfume. Cleopatra, a secret of beauty.
Cats purr, 'cause cats prefer. Cats purr, 'cause cats prefer. Cats purr, that's cause cats prefer the taste of Chef Meow.
Chef, the perfectly balanced diet in every can.
Cats prefer Chef Meow.
Half time? Yes. Well, forget the oranges. Better have some Lucozade. Or bring on the reserves. Lucozade. Liquid energy.
Monday at 8:30.
Holy Mother. Murderer has erased their identities.
William Hurt and Brian Dennehy in a relentless thriller.
It was a trap.
Not knowing who to
I
trust
suspect everyone.
So do I.
or where to run.
You want to survive, don't you?
Gorky Park, Monday at 8:30 on 3.
Thursday on 3, an 8-year-old with a terrible secret.
I can't remember, please.
And the psychologist who must help them
I
both.
lost everything.
Child in the Night.
Welcome back to the second spell here in the Fox Memorial Grand Final for 1992. What can the Mount Albert Lions do now? They are down by 11 points to 2. They would have had the call from Coach Dominic Clark. You've just heard the halftime comments from Brent Todd. As Mark Ilya, Baiafoa, Richard Greer, McIntosh, Fasuafoa, Logan Campbell, another one of the try scorers. The Northcote Tigers come out to defend their championship, which they won here last year. They have won it 3 times in the club's history. Mount Albert have won it 11 times. The flag flying for the Lions. Support today here in the Domain Stand at Carlaw Park. Dean Lonergan, that second spell, it should be a cracker.
Yeah, it should be. Mount Albert have got to vary their attack a little bit once they get inside Northcote's 22 if they want to come up with this game and get some points on the board. They're just a little bit too predictable on the fourth. What they're doing is running to the 5th tackle, and they're putting through a little grubber kick on the ground. It's easily read by the Northcote defence. So I think they've got to change that around a little bit if they want to come up with the points and take out this game.
Second spell is underway. We are now just down to 40 minutes to see who is going to win the Fox Memorial Grand Final. Freddie Arcoy sidelined eye. Any changes on the field for the second spell?
Yeah, there is a change. Number 14, Lance Gray, has gone on for Mickey Lakenny, and he's gone into 5'8". Number 6, Clatterbuck, has gone into lock.
And the call from the coaches. What was the halftime comment from Coach Dominic Clark for the Lions?
Well, as far as the Lions are concerned, he said keep the ball wide, stay calm. There's plenty of time, and there's 40 minutes to go, and the game can still come their way, but they've got to stay steady. You've got to cut the errors out because it's from the 2 errors really that they scored their points. So it's just another steady game from this half. From the Northcote side, they've got to keep their defence for the next 40.
We'll just hold you there, Freddie, because Michael Patterson has got a great mistake and he's run about 30 metres from that mistake by the Northcote Tigers. We'll come back to what you're saying because the Lions might actually be able to put points on the board first up in the second spell. Right down there in the red zone for the Northcote Tigers. Dominic Clark looking at every pass. He played in the grand final in '86. Watching anxiously at the moment in '92. Tatapu. Now it's Gray. Feeding Lani Latoa. It could open up here for Tommy Sutton. Tackled. Held 5 metres out. Sapatu may have gone the wrong way. Has he got there? Fantastic try by Freddie Sapatu. And Mount Albert had hit back. First up in the second spell. He's been very dangerous. And that's great reward for the Lions.
This just goes to show what one little mistake can do. That come from a poor Northcote kick. The ball's gone to ground way back in the half-time. But anyway, Freddie Sapatu goes over here, beats Northcote 2-3, goes through 4 tacklers, and over for the try.
Billy Shrifton right on the spot as you see it from the end on replay, tracking with 3 Sport. And the Lions moving it out wide. Good work here by Lani Latoa. Tommy Sutton, he's been dangerous in that first spell, as Brent Todd mentioned before. Now, I thought that Freddie Sapatu had gone the wrong way because I thought there was a big gap right to the left, but he went to the other side. And look at that, sheer power and determination. Great try for Freddie.
He's a powerful little unit.
Once again from the post cam here on 3 Sport. And that's the bird's eye view of the try for the Lions. So Tony Tatapu and the rest of the Mount Albert Lions gather around Freddie Sapatu. Excellent try for the hooker. And that means it's now 11 points to 6. Can Wayne Traynor convert from close to the sideline to bring the deficit back to just 3 points? Traynor with the kick. He won't get it. It's away to the right.
Well, that try come about from a mistake right back here on the halfway. There was a mix-up between a Northcote dummy half and the fullback. The ball went to ground. Kenny McIntosh put through a little kick, which Mike Patterson picked up. They end up going 50 yards down the field. The ball come out wide, and bingo. 4 points, and Mount Albert's back in this game real quick.
Well, a couple of mistakes went against Mount Albert just in the last 10 minutes of that first spell. Now they've capitalised on a mistake by Northcote. Freddie Sapatu, King Rat, 22-year-old student. And an excellent try today for Sapatu.
I wonder what deeds he had to do to get that name, King Rat. Devious deeds, I might add.
And Freddie Arcoy, just going back to your call there on the comments from Graham Norton in half-time. I suppose he would have changed those comments now after that great start by the Lions.
Well, their big play now is just defence. Defence for the next 40 minutes, and they haven't done that in the first 4 minutes. They've got Mount Albert have come away with 4 points, and they're not sticking to what the coach just told them before they came out.
So it's Sakini now with the restart. You must be getting pretty excited, Freddie, being a Mount Albert man.
Oh, well, you know, I'll be excited at the end of it when they come away with the points. That's the go.
I should say a Mount Albert Richmond man. Former Richmond Bulldog Freddie Arcoy, former Kiwi sideline eye today as Kerry Kite hits it up towards halfway. This is the start the Lions wanted for the second spell. Gray. Papali'i. Right on halfway. Sapatu. Once again, doing some damage from dummy half, and he's lost the ball.
That ball was lost. Scrum.
At the moment, Freddie Sapatu's all over the field. He looks like he's playing half the game for Mount Albert by himself.
Certainly enjoying the game too, the smiling number 9
Take
for
you out
Mount
back,
Albert.
Mount Albert. And right there, stay there.
5 minutes gone in the second spell. Only 5 points the difference now. One converted try would give Mount Albert the lead. They got through with the last-minute try against Otahu. Will they do it again today? Or will the Tigers be next on the board to maintain that domination? Filippo up towards halfway. Greer, McIntosh, Fasuafoa. Offloading back to Greer. Basketball pass. And Mount Albert have come up with it. So some costly mistakes here by the Tigers, and Mount Albert have possession. Lani Latoa out to Wayne Trainer. Lance Gray. Clutterbuck. Moali, 40 metres out now. Sun disappearing behind the clouds, so Mount Albert not actually playing into the sun at the moment. No real advantage with the wind, although it does squall a bit around here at Carlaw Park. Freddie Sapatu, he's been everywhere today, and he's still got the football. Clutterbuck, Gray, trying to run Lani Latoa in, but well read by the Northcote defence. Quick bomb taken by Gray. Cowrie takes it, gets two supporters on top of it at the same time.
Handover.
So it's the Tigers under pressure, doing it tough early in the second spell.
Yeah, Northcote started off pretty poorly, and I hope this isn't going to be a repeat of last week where they just dropped off entirely in the second half and saw Otahu come storming back. If they do that, this Mount Albert side will run all over them.
Consistency has been one of the impressive natures of the Mount Albert team so far this year. Coach Graham Norton on his feet. He's got 35 minutes to go. Tommy Sutton almost losing that ball. The referee says he knocked it on.
Well, that's the first mistake Tommy Sutton's made all game, and it could be very costly. It's put Northcote right in the attack, and if they come up with a scrum feed and win, which they should do, we could see some devastating play for the Northcote backs. Here it is, Tommy Sutton just grabbing at that ball as it went away from him. Bad mistake there, Sutts. Could cost you dearly.
Unlucky bounce. I think he may have just touched the ball as it bounced forward. Carry from halfback. Now it's the Tigers. McIntosh, wrap around. Big move here for McIntosh. He could go all the way into the corner. Got a pass away, and it's intercepted by Wayne Trainer. Well, that was exciting stuff by both teams. And Logan Campbell's given away the penalty.
I got to be honest here, Clint, they've bombed a dead set try there. McIntosh should have been looking out wide to Vaiafar earlier on, and instead of looking to go all the way himself, should have popped up the pass just a little bit earlier, and Afar would have been over that line for a six-pointer.
It really opened up. Some great work here by the two McIntoshes. David coming in from fullback, trying to outburn his opposite number. Desperation defence there from Tommy Sutton, just knocking him down, trying to offload the ball to Vaiafar, and Wayne Trainer read it well.
If you had looked a little bit early for that pass, we might have seen a six-pointer. In fact, I'd say we definitely would have.
Moali over the halfway. 1-8, Mount Albert.
That's an incredible statistic. Northcote's going to take a serious look at the amount of penalties they're giving away. Either that or Billy Shrimpton once he gets his blinkers off.
Tony Tatapu.
Take off the gold and blue sunglasses.
Freddie Sapatu from dummy half. Ball still alive for Louis Sutton. Chip and chase. McIntyre wrapped the ball, can't hold on to it. Trying to play advantage. And a mistake again for the Tigers. Now it's Mount Albert back onto attack.
Oh dear.
Well, the Northcote team have had that reputation of falling asleep in the second spell. They better wake up from the dream period, otherwise they could turn into a nightmare. From the dream team to a nightmare. 10 minutes gone, 11-6. Northcote with their noses in front. Mount Albert heading back. Michael Patterson. In the middle of a boggy part of Carlaw Park. Down the left flank. Back inside. Latoa holds the ball. Slips it back. Tony Tuamavavi coming back. And he picks it up at the right time for Northcote. Referee said play the ball. You think he may have been foxing with a fox?
Definitely. Tony Tuamavavi's been around a long time. He knew Northcote needed a bit of a break to slow the game down, so he did it.
Great ball there by Fasuafoa, and it's the big prop, Filippo. They've gone just about 50 metres in the set of six. Greer McIntosh finds Donald Stewart. He can't hold on to the football.
Good ball.
Kicked the ball away in frustration. Some of the crowd didn't like it because the ball may have fallen for the Lions' advantage.
Well, Donnie Stewart's dropped a very easy pass here. It's gone straight to him. He should never have dropped it. He had his eye on the ball. Watching it all away and spilled it. Unfortunate.
Don the Rock Stewart played on the wing last year into the second row this year. Set piece moves coming thick and fast now from the Lions. Patterson running strongly from centre. Very thin out on the right flank. Lance Gray all by himself and about 5 Tigers in defence. 35 metres out. Now the sun is shining in the face of the Lions. Louis Sutton, Clutterbuck. To Tony Tatapu. The second rower over the corner line. Trainer went inside for the inside ball. Trainer again. Clutterbuck. Lafu. The captain takes it up 15 metres out from the Northcote Tigers line. Sutton. Back inside to Kite. To Freddie Sapatu. Great work there for Lani Latoa. Quite short. Last tackle. Mount Albert with the Northcote Tigers on the rack. Louis Sutton going nowhere. Intercepted by Greer. He won't have the pace to beat Tommy Sutton. Northcote just about bombed a dead cert try. I mean, Mount Albert, I should say. Just about bombed a dead cert try then.
They did just about, they did.
Little bit of disorganisation in that last play from Louis Sutton. Did you read it that way, Freddie Arcoy?
Yeah, he would have been better off just running with it and putting it along the ground. I mean, they had Northcote out wide out here. No problem, but unfortunately took the wrong option there. Just a bit of panic there, I think.
Here's Lani Latoa getting up towards the goal line, just about a metre short. That was the 5th tackle.
It was good attack work by Mount Albert, excellent defence by Northcote, so it was good football to see all round.
Well, there could be a few changes coming up for Northcote because they've got a player down and injured in the middle of the field. As Carey puts it back in towards the Mount Albert goal line. Wayne Trainor's got to run it out. Trainer to Tommy Sutton. There's Patrick Halaso just warming up on the sideline. What's the situation, Freddie Arcoy?
Well, they're just warming up at the present moment. Samuels is just warming up. They're just waiting to see how Moala is shaping up. And number 14, Patrick Halaso. I'm not too sure what's happening at the moment there.
Richard Greer looks like he's the man who's injured. The hooker after that big run. But he looks okay at this stage. He's going to stay on. Now it's Mount Albert. It's opened up for Clutterbuck. There's no one home. Kick and chase. Who's got the speed? Kenny McIntosh. Dives back in desperation in the mud here at Carlaw Park. That's the boggy part of the ground. A fire standing still, but beating the first line of defence. Pushing off the Lions tacklers. It's getting pretty hot out there.
Yeah, it is. Actually, that was good work. Ran on Clutterbuck early there from Mount Albert. That set of 6. Made a good break, put the kick through. I've just noticed these Northcote forwards are starting to tire a little bit. They're pretty slow getting back.
Mark Elia gives it out to Vaiathoa. Coming straight back in towards the traffic. 15 minutes gone in the second spell, and it's still 11-6. Northcote just with their noses in front. Kenny McIntosh looking for the sideline. Sakini has the ball. (85-69), Northcote dominating overall possession. Mount Albert up towards halfway now. In the opposition half, though, Mount Albert. It's gone in the way of the Lions. Sapatu, referee's rule, was knocked back. (11-6), Northcote. Can they hold on? Will Mount Albert come back? Tony Tuamavavi, Jason Lowry. Wrapping up Lance Gray. Clutterbuck. Back to Sutton. Patterson. Ball's gone loose. Pavali'i picks it up for Mount Albert. But they've gone backwards. They've lost 5 metres. Patterson up towards halfway and over halfway. Still going, Michael Patterson. Stepping, turning. And beating the defence. Tony Tatapu. Been a little bit quiet in the second spell.
Haven't seen as much of Tony as we would have liked to have. I think he's got to get more involved.
Back to Tommy Sutton. Good ball here for Clutterbuck. The defence standing and waiting. Donald Stewart's got it. Now it's back to Fasuafoa. Fasuafoa, he's got 50 metres. It's Afoa. He's heading towards the goalposts. Trainers coming across. Fasuafoa goes in for the Tigers.
I don't believe this.
But it's no try. It's no try. The referee has brought them back for a penalty to Mount Albert.
I think what happened was that
35 metres back down the field.
The Northcote player has infringed upon the Mount Albert player. That was stupid if that's the case, because Afoa was going to score anyway.
I'm out.
Now there's Donald Stewart. Fasuafoa gets the ball. He beats the last line of defence. He's got 50 metres to go. Now look at Richard Greer and Kerry Kite. They were manhandling each other. Kite gives Greer a whack because he was pulling onto his jersey. The try's been disallowed and Mount Albert have picked up a penalty 40 metres back.
Well, that's unbelievably stupid by Richard Greer. He's just cost his side 6 points and probably certainly of wrapping up this final. Fasuafoa is one of the faster forwards in the Auckland League, and he was going all the way no matter who was chasing. Richard Greer, mad rush and blood to the head. Could have cost your side dearly, mate.
So, spectacular and controversial here in the final. Penalties in favour of Mount Albert. Freddie Arcoy, how did you see that?
Jeez, it was a bad move by Richard Greer. I mean, Fasuafoa had it all the way.
A change in the Lions line-up now?
Yeah, on the line-out now is Samuela. He's come on for Moale Tonga-Unuve.
Here's Sapatu over the corner line. Ball's gone back. Lions keep it. They've got the line-up. Latoa. Back inside to Sutton. And the referee said it's a forward pass. Tempers getting hot here at Carlaw Park.
Back here. Scrum.
There is still only 5 points between these two sides.
Let's go, Paul Andrews.
The season climax in the Lion Red Auckland Rugby League Premiership.
Don't go in yet, no half.
Big game today here on 3 Sport. It's a tough second half. Sean Carey, the halfback. Now here's another break for the Tigers. Tuamavavi. Greer. He will look long and hard about that mistake. He gave away the try for Fasuafoa. And he copped the whack from Kerry Kite. Now he gives the pass away and Kite's there to pick it up. The Lions. Latoa. Patterson pushes off Campbell. Campbell goes back and tries to drive him over the sideline. Sakini now. Gray. Clutterbuck. Long ball out to Sapatu. Well read and good tackling there by Tony Tuamavavi.
Northcote here, I reckon they've got they're dominating, but they're just making stupid mistakes that's costing them. And now they're back on 22.
He's able to stand and offload to Sapatu. He's got it back. They've left the ball behind. McIntyre's picked it up. The referee said play on.
Get up, get up.
David McIntosh, the fullback. So we're down to 20 minutes now. The last quarter of the season for the Fox. Good ball out to Vaiapoa. Hound dog tackle by Wayne Trainer. Wouldn't let Vaiapoa get away from him. Filippo. Greer. To Kenny McIntosh. Shaping for the kick. Wrapped up. Last tackle. McIntosh. Tuamavavi. He's going to put the ball down the field. Looking for the sideline. He's got a bit of spin on it from John Bracewell. And he's just glided the ball over the goal line. That's an excellent kick by Tony Tuamavavi. 5 metres out now. Northcote back onto attack. Crucial period of play now, Freddie Arcoy.
It sure is, because we only got 20 minutes to go, and unfortunately both sides are panicking like heck. They've got 20 minutes to play some really good football, but they're trying to push that ball once too often. And I think if they just keep their yards and keep the ball at the tackles that they've got, then they should come away with some decent points. But at the moment, it's just going backwards and forwards.
Who do you think's getting on top in the forward battle?
Well, I think as far as the battle is concerned, it'll be most probably Northcote at this stage. But Mount Albert are supposed to be spinning the ball wide, keeping it away from those big guys. And they've been doing it okay, but the big forwards are coming to all the time from Northcote. They're going great.
So we've got 20 minutes to go to see who wins the war as the battle continues. Kite. Sapadu. He must be close to the man of the match for the Lions. Back to Tutupu on halfway, last tackle. What can they do with their kicking game now? Back it goes to Lance Gray. Straight down towards Johnnery McIntyre, the little winger. Hit with a big tackle. Sean Carey had an excellent game last week against Otahu. Mark Elio on one of those storming runs again.
We're on to about the third or fourth tackle, and we haven't seen a Northcote forward take a ruck up yet. And here's the first one from Jason Lowry. So that Northcote forward pack is definitely tiring.
Just on their side of halfway. Greer, they go down the right. McIntosh kicking across field. Back behind Tommy Sutton. He'll run it out hard and fast up towards the quarter line. And beats Kenny McIntosh. But can't beat a big tackle from Fasuafoa. Hint of a swinging arm in there. Lani Latoa wrapped up by Richard Greer and Campbell. Sapatu again. Still sidestepping the hooker. Losing the ball forward. Well, that could be a mistake. Give Northcote a chance to regain possession.
Well, that's a bit of a shame that Freddie Sapatu made the mistake. He's just having an absolutely awesome game. He's all over the field. But he's trying to go one step too many, trying to bust one tackle too many, unload, and the ball's unfortunately gone forward.
Don't go in.
But Freddie Sapatu, what a huge work rate he's got through today.
Is that a hint of a hand from Tony Tuamavavi?
I think it was. Maybe I called it wrong.
To McIntosh. Mark Elia.
One there, Marcus. Release now, Sirks.
Down the short side. Don Stewart. McIntosh again. Out to Kenny McIntosh. Long ball to Tuamavavi. Great ball out to Brian Bowen. Back inside to Tony Tuamavavi. He's held on to it. And it was a forward pass. Oh, with a knock on. He knocked it on. It opened up from a sensational pass by Tony Tuamavavi. Vaiafoa just couldn't quite feed the right pass back into it. Out wide. Trainer hanging on to his jersey. There's the pass. There's the knock on.
You've got to take your hat off to Wayne Trainer's defence today. He's handled Vaiafoa very well, considering the size difference. And that was an excellent bit of desperation defence by Wayne Trainer.
So the second chance for Northcote in the second spell. Missing another opportunity. Another chance to perhaps put it beyond doubt. 16 minutes to go to the final hooter on the Lion Red Auckland Rugby League Premiership for this year. And still only 5 points the difference. Northcote in front, 11-6.
Northcote, up there, up. Get up.
Warming up on the sideline, Willie poaching, Franklin Fanua. What's the atmosphere like on the bench, Freddie Arcoy?
Pretty tense on both camps here at the moment. They're all concentrating on trying to keep their lead and also trying to pin their lead. So both teams are pretty tense at the moment.
Vaiafoa. Another one of those storming runs over the quarter line. There's the Newcastle night for next year, Logan Campbell.
Judging on Newcastle's performance yesterday in all.
Mark Elliott's gone all the way through. Can he beat Tommy Sutton? Great tackle by Sutton. Now it's out to Greer. Can he make up for giving the pass away to Fasuafoa? And Carey can't hold on to it. Now Trainer's picked it up. It's non-stop football. And they've got a penalty. Going in with the knee on the tackle.
Well, that's another Northcote try, definitely gone begging.
Here's Mark Elia. Another brilliant run by the former Kiwi today. Looking for a support. Great step there. Good tackle by Sutton. Greer backing up. Support the ball carrier. Doing the basics well. The final pass just going to ground. Carey couldn't hold on to it. Now Mount Albert have gone about 40 metres in this set of 6, and they're back on attack. Some of the players are down in back play. Number 17, fresh legs on the field for Mount Albert. Nora Samuela. Freddie Sapatu. Still going Freddie, pushing up the Tigers' defence. Tripped up by one of the players lying on the ground. Little wee flick pass. It's a hot potato. It's a difficult potato to pick up. Lani Latoa's got it. Here's Michael Patterson. Chip and chase. He's got to try and get Dodohue that way, but great cover work. Great defence there by Sean Carey.
Sean Carey showing a ton of guts to go down to that ball with big Michael Patterson storming through and putting the kick in.
He's the man who's filled the boots of Stu Galbraith, and he's done it brilliantly in the last 2 games. Look at that, putting your body on the line for the team. That's what the coach wants in a game like this. Tony Tuamavavi just walking. Dominic Clark. He knows his side has got 12 minutes to score 6 points and take the lead. Kenny McIntosh running. Big kick. Taken well by Tommy Sutton. And a good run too by the fullback. Back inside to Mark Elia. Well, the ball's been going all over the place today.
3 on that mark.
Freddie Arcoy said before, players panicking in the final pass.
That's exactly what they're doing, Clint. If either one of these teams can just hold on to the ball for a structured set of 6, I'm sure they'll go over for a try.
Here's a chance for Filippo. They've got it back. Working the left side. And Billy Shrifton said, Fatuafa lost the ball.
Cheers, mate.
It has to be a good 20 minutes since we've seen either side go for a set of 6, I'd say, that they've held on to it and put a good kick in. The first team that, to my mind, that does that will be able to win this game. What do you reckon, Freddie?
Well, at this stage, anyway, I'm just going back on the new change at the moment. Dino, they've got Willie Pei-Ching going on now for Samuela. So we might see a bit more fireworks out wide as far as Willie's concerned and that. But, yeah, definitely with regards to the team and that, they've got to try and get their act together as far as keeping the ball for a good 6. And that's both teams, really, if they want to make sure this final.
Exactly.
So it's Mount Albert now. They have got 10 minutes till full time. They have got to score a converted try to pick up the win. And all hell broke loose in the last 10 minutes of the first half. So we must be in for a great 10-minute spell in the second, down to the death. Sapatu kicked one of the players out of the way. 2 Northcote players are down at back play. Here's Poaching, the junior Kiwi captain, and he's lost his jersey after only about a minute of play. And a bear hug from Richard Greer. Clutterbuck looking for the sideline. Gets it out to Sakini. Spins, turns in the tackle. And then driven over the sideline. Referee called, play the ball. Tony Tuamavavi down in back play. Up goes the bomb from Louis Sutton. Just inside the quarter, taken back, knocked back by Stewart, picked up by Carey. Good change there, bringing Willie Poaching on, Freddie Arcoy.
It sure is, because he's got fresh legs, he's very fast and he's quick for his size, and that's what they need out there now, a bit of pace, because everybody else is down to a walk.
Willie Poaching yesterday played for the junior Kiwis in a 26-24 loss against the Australian schoolboys in Rotorua, so he'll be tired. He scored 2 tries in that match. Can he come on as the replacement and score a try in this game? There he is, coming over the top, tackling Donald Stewart. Almost lost the football. Possession has got to be precious now. Chance down. And Mount Albert come up with it. Wayne Trainer up towards halfway. It's been a story of lost opportunities for the Northcote Tigers in the second spell. Mount Albert now. Just running into a bit of traffic there on the Harbour Bridge. Offloading to Willie Poaching. Quickly darts away from the marker. Now it's Gray. Looking for the kick. Clutterbuck. Can't pick it up from the ricochet.
Handover. Northcote ball.
It's a handover there. Northcote should be able to relieve a bit of pressure here. They've been under fire for the last 5 minutes.
Instructions coming thick and fast from Dominic Clark. Inside the last 10 minutes now. How even is that? 109 to 108 tackles in possession. Both sides have had an even share of the football, but in the opposition half, Mount Albert, the Lions, still dominating territorially. McIntosh out to Tony Turmavavi, and that's a spectacular kick.
Well, Tony Turmavavi picking up a few skills in the last few weeks. What a tough kick that was.
Has he been taking a few lessons from you, Freddie?
Yeah, either that or you had a manual in the dressing rooms when he went in for the first 10.
Had nothing better to do this time.
Nah, get the kicking manual out. That was a really good kick. Real good kick by Tony.
Go in square, Mount Albert, over on the 10, over on the 10.
So it's Mount Albert now. They've got to bring it out of their red zone. The Sakini, the winger.
One there, release now, Marcus.
Did he lose the ball on the tackle? You may have seen it, the referee didn't. Play continues. Tommy Sutton. Back down the right flank. Clutterbuck. Lance Gray. If the Lions are going to get back into it, what are they going to do, Freddie Arcoy?
They've got to support themselves. They've got to back each other up, because at the moment they're just going ones and twos, trying to make a break, but they haven't got anybody there with them. Like
Tony Tupu here. He's got that break. Can he look for a support? He had the final pass, and once again it's gone to ground as Northcote come up with it.
I don't know about you, Freddie, but I reckon in this last 20 minutes, Mount Albert's playing the better football of the two teams.
Well, they are, but unfortunately they're not finishing it off. You know, they're making good gains in that, but they haven't got the support there.
Big busting run there from Tony Tutupu, the second rower. That's what he's great at doing, but that final pass just going to ground. McIntyre sneaking another 5 metres. Over halfway now. Filippo. Can the Tigers score a last-minute try? They've got 6 minutes to go. Lowry to Tuamavavi. Here's a chance for Johnnery McIntyre. Round the head. And that's a penalty to the Tigers.
Too high. Right out, Q, you can get up.
Billy Shrimpton.
Referee
Johnnery McIntyre. No mercy.
No sympathy at all. Well, it's a man's game.
On the three-league replay is Johnnery McIntyre with the ball, stepping off that left foot. Clutterbuck just taking the little fellow a little bit too high. Down he goes.
I don't know if that was intentional or would have been just a reflex action by Anton Clutterbuck, but all the same it was high, so the penalty well deserved.
McIntyre coming back inside, and that's around the collar. Could be a costly penalty, Fred.
Well, it would be at this stage now, because there's only 8 minutes to go. So this could actually seal it for the Tigers. It's unfortunate, really, but there was a bit of a reflex action by Clutterbuck, but that's the way it goes.
Having said that, Freddie, he does have to kick it over for it to be costly.
Well, one thing's for sure, he is going to kick it, but whether it goes over, that's another story, guys.
You're good on you, mate. Take the 100% option.
Yeah, he is going to kick it.
Patrick Helliso still on the sideline for the Northcote Tigers. David McIntosh with the penalty kick. Has he put it down the uprights? No, he hasn't. He's pushed it away to the left. To the right, I should say. So McIntosh, he needed 2 points to become the leading point scorer, equal at this stage at 165. He's got 3 so far today. So 5 minutes to go. 5 points the difference. Northcote with their noses in front, 11-6. Change for the Northcote Tigers. What's the story, Freddie Arcoy?
At the moment, he's still warming up. He's been warming up for the last 20 minutes. I'm not too sure what Coach Norton's going to do, but we've got super sub Franklin Fanua on the sideline.
That could be the change for Mount Albert.
For Mount Albert, yeah.
Kasparoni's on the field for Northcote, number 15. Big hit going in on Fasuafoa.
Freddie Sapatu's shown that he's not only great on attack, but he's also got that huge defence.
So some more big tackling and some big running. Down to the death. Here's the field goal from McIntosh. It's a shocker.
Well, that's just the end of that big Freddie Sapatu hit on Fasuafoa.
They're actually real good mates.
Let's go, Tap.
So Mount Albert, they've got 5 minutes to score more than 5 points. Freddie Sapatu scored the first try in the second spell. The only point so far since half-time. Tony Tatupu, back to Willie Poaching. Back to Kite. Tommy Sutton. Well read by the Northcote defence. Clutterbuck. Poaching. Good ball back to Clutterbuck. Keeps it alive. Tatupu. He's got it out to Takini. Good step. Too much defence though. Northcote just have to tackle. Mount Albert just have to score. It's that simple. But a rugby league with 5 minutes to go, it can be very tough. Latoa. Spinning. Franklin Fanua. He's on the field. Last tackle. Michael Patterson. Chipping over the top. Back goes Mark Elia. Chase is slow to get there. Patterson now gets there. Elia beats him. Can't beat Louis Sutton though. Northcote have to hold on to the ball. Elia milking that.
Sure is. He knows there's not a lot of time left. Just making sure of it all, taking his time.
Greer now. Northcote just reorganising to bring it out safe and sound in this set of 6. 3 minutes to go before the hooter.
All they've got to do is doing exactly what they're doing now. Just keep running that ball up and get to the 5th tackle and kick it down as deep as you can and hold Mount Albert down there. The game's theirs.
Jason Lowry over the quarter line. Trying to find Vaiafoa. Still going Lowry. Good yards there. Big hit from Kerry Kiter's opposite number. Last tackle. Greer. McIntosh. Back it goes to Tommy Sutton. Heading it up towards the halfway. But wrapped up by the Northcote defence. Fanua. Mount Albert. Is this their last chance, their last set at 6? Freddie Sapatu. Still going Freddie. Dominic Clark. Looking for that win. Northcote looking for the second win in 2 years. Patterson, long ball out to Lance Gray. Chipping over the top line, Latoa at pace. Vaiafoa couldn't hold on to it.
Forward.
And it's lost forward. Mount Albert will get possession. Flags flying for the Lions. This could be the last throw of the dice.
Well, this game's going right down to the wire. Mount Albert need to convert a try to score, and this will probably be the last throw of the dice. Probably last throw of the game for Mount Albert and Northcote.
They're going to have a set play here to pull it off.
Bad pass. Trainer. So they've lost a bit of ground, Mount Albert. Crowd on their feet. Last set of 6 for the Lions. Clutterbuck. They've got to keep it alive. Back to Poaching. Good defence from Northcote, driving them backwards. Gray. Tony Tatapu. Over the quarter line now, Mount Albert. Northcote, can they hang on? We're almost down to the wire. Mount Albert out wide. Clutterbuck caught in the mud. Can't offload. They can go left or right. Over the bar. Kerry Kite. Kerry Kite. Kite's going to go in. Kerry Kite has scored a sensational try. No. He's lost it on the goal line. Well, how's that for a grand final climax? It was over the goal line. The referee said, no try. Time up on the clock. Mount Albert here. Kerry Kite, the big prop. Looking, showed the ball. Burst his way through the tackles. McIntosh hanging on to him. Billy Shripton said you lost the ball. The Northcote players were looking at it. We'll take a look at this end-on replay, Cowboy.
Kerry Kite doing all the good work here. He throws a dummy. He goes all the way to the line. And does he lose it? I think he does over the line. And that's the last throw of the dice to Mount Albert. That might have tied up the game if they could have scored it and kicked the goal. But unfortunately, that's her.
It's all over. And Northcote have held on just to win the Fox Memorial Grand Final. Relief for Coach Graham Norton. The second year in a row, the defending champions have done it. By 11 points to 6.
Guys, go and celebrate, go and celebrate.
The referee saying go and celebrate. So Northcote with an unbelievable win here, but they had to do it right down to the last second. And we could have gone into extra time.
Well, it could have. This game seesawed the whole way through, and it's been a great game of football. Perhaps a little bit disorganised at time, but exciting nonetheless.
Flags flying for the Mount Albert Lions, but it smiles today for the Northcote Tigers. They went in as favourites. They congratulated the crowd at the start of the game. Now they're doing it at the end of the game as the champions. Back-to-back winners, 91-92. Freddie Arcoy, how did you see the last few minutes of that sensational grand final?
Oh, geez, heart-stopping stuff. It was a tremendous game all around. Credit to both teams for really presenting and really showing the public here what a great game of rugby league it was today. And certainly congratulations to the Northcote Tigers. Tremendous spirit. Held up really good all the way through on that. And a gallant effort by the Lions. Great game by the young fellas. I'm sure they'll be back again for next year.
So it's the Northcote Tigers who win the Fox Memorial Grand Final for 2 years in a row. The final score, 11 points to 10. 11 points to 6, we should say, because that try was disallowed right at the end there. So that's the score, and we'll be back with reaction right after this.
Cats purr, 'cause cats prefer.
Once your cat can...
You take care of him. The truck. Get to the truck. Hurry. Go.